So here we go. So yeah, this is the same grind as I did years ago. All the dealership races except we ignore the licenses, which means we go straight in. But that also means because we don't have licenses, we don't have good money grinding methods, so we have to get them all from the manufacturers themselves. I wonder if there's an RX-7. There is, but these are obviously the bad ones. So we have an RX-7 Cabriolet, and we also have this. But you know, they should do fine, actually. Let's see what early tune we can get on it. Is the computer too much? It is. And probably the racing muffler too. Because I mean the first one is already 1.6, so we can't upgrade anything except maybe like brakes. No, those are too expensive as well. I basically can't do anything with this amount of money. Let's see if we can win regardless. So yeah, this is a 10 grand race. Not using the best possible RX-7, but let's see. Actually no room short. I might screw myself there. It's a really short race and a really simple race. Though I know the AI will always crash in turn 2, but it's a short race, so I'd rather take something longer. Like that, also automatic. I forget that in the beginning you have to switch that. So first race we're going cruise mode. I'm also using my emerald green controller this time around. I haven't used it a lot because I bought it brand new. So I wanted to use it as little as possible, and because it's a PS1 controller, the vibration function is nowhere near as good as the PS2 controllers, so that's another reason. Feels a little bit weak, but it's fine. Just to clarify, I meant PS1, like written 1, the slim model. Latest PS1 model. Because it says that on the controller itself as well, so... one of the later controllers, and yeah, we'll do fine with this RX-7. Doesn't really matter which one you pick unless it's the old one, the GTX. Which were the cheapest ones. It's the very old RX-7. It doesn't really do a whole lot. But if we don't win, then that's fine. We'll just do a small upgrade. But I'm hoping we can keep winning with this so we can grind some money. What I could have also done is take a slower car, win a couple races, get over 10k so we can get something more expensive without the need to tune. I mean, this is still a curious thing to test, whether we can win this or not. Grip on this one. And I'll have to get used to this controller, as you can see. That would have resulted in 6th by default, so that's unfortunate. We wasted 4 minutes already into the, what, 60-hour grind or something. Huge time loss. And I forgot again. Muscle memory. I'll actually have to add some brightness on my TV. Can't see anything. Or basically anything. That's better. Like the road was all black for me. But now I can see it's dark gray actually. To get used to the sensitivity. I have to tilt it a lot to even do small adjustments on the straight. That's kinda also why I picked this controller, because I wanted to see if I could get used to this. So then I don't have to use my plastic PS2 controller. Which fits my preference for the sensitivity, but the analog is really strange, and then sometimes if you leave it in the wrong position you're like veering on the straight because it's so sticky and stuff. Yeah, no, this is fine as it is. Just didn't drive as well as I could have in midfield. First win. Oh. We'll see if we have to tune this or not. It's not a comfortable win, but it doesn't like struggle for wins. Like where it's basically down to luck. For next race I'll have to remember the fucking manual. For the beginning, I don't know what I'll actually do, whether I'll just grind a huge amount of money first, or whether I'll just buy cars as we go. Like get all the cars in advance. And then we obviously have to make a huge amount of money, not only for tunes, but most of it is gonna be weight reduction and racing modification, so that's around 100k per car. Because there's like 60 plus cars. Also, I forgot it again. Muscle memory. So that means, what, 6 million? Is that right? 100k times 60. Yeah, so 6 million, roughly. I don't know if that's the actual amount of cars, but yeah, we need millions and millions. I already know that from fucking dealership percent. We do the huge grind in the beginning at Red Rock Valley. 550k per race, and also sell a couple cars along the way. Like the Tuscan Speed 6, the DP7, the Unicia GTR, which is the only prize car that is like optionally used, because Tuscan Speed 6 is a mandatory car to win, to do the respective race. So that obviously means that that's the only race I can't do on this run. I don't remember how I did it last time, whether I actually went through the licenses, or if I just didn't do the Tuscan Speed 6 race at all, because after all, this is all manufacturer races without licenses, so that's the only race that's simply not doable without licenses. Because you have to win that car from another race. A fixed race. But I'm pretty sure that was the only car you had to win. Actually, I think what I should do in the beginning is grind enough money to buy several of the 10k race cars, like NSX, Skyline, Impreza, so I can swap the cars, so I don't have to keep trying the same one. I don't think it's still enough for any of them. Don't remember what 10k races there are, but I know it's at least those. And maybe in other manufacturers, like some racing styles, are 10k. One day I'll remember. If not today, then the next time I'll do this. Same track as well, so that's hilarious. So it's like an exact repeat. Except this time we have Fatboy Slim to bless us. Ew, the RX-7 Cabriolet, another one right there. Just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. I like the MR Spider, which is the second generation MR2. You know, the GTS, except it's in spider form, and that looks ugly as hell in my opinion. Some cars just weren't meant to be cabriolets. And then some cars only look good as cabriolets. Like, I'm fine with them with a top roof. Hey, solid roof NSX, but solid roof S2000 is like, no. Why? NSX looks fine with a solid roof. I say after this race we go and check if we can buy any of them. Impreza should be doable. NSX will have to wait because it's so damn expensive even used. Again, that's not me, that's just the... Well, in a sense it is me because I forgot to change it again, but that's automatic doing its thing. And a traditional handbrake win. And traditional getting destroyed but no damage. So let's check. I'm pretty sure the S2000 one was 10k too, but maybe it was only for racing style. Yeah, so for racing style we can have S2000. Type R is 7k, so that won't do. Not even all the racing styles are obviously 10k if they're like cheap cars. Okay. So we can get a cheap, decent Subaru. Oh yeah, we can get the best. These are all like, no, that's grey. What is this? I could have sworn the colors looked different there. And here's the white, and is this the blue one or black? Yeah, I'll take the white one. SVX, 10k for the racing style. I don't want to drive that car. Fucking 4-speed. I mean, of course, eventually I'll have to, but for a grind race now. And I remembered to do it, so well done me. Let's see how early I can shift. The power over delivery is pretty consistent actually. But the 22B should be a lot worse. Again, if the game was realistic, because I don't think all the power pans are accurate in the game. But like 22B, peak power is at like 6k and you have like at least up until 8. Very early peak power. If only I chose the black mica, then we would be having a 3-way lead. And maybe I'll turn the game volume up by 1. Music is slightly overpowering stuff. Good old Grand Valley. This feels kind of weird coming from GT7, like, wait, this is Grand Valley? No. You're fucking with me. Damn it. I think I'm coughing because of pollen. It makes my throat dry or something. Besides sneezing and having a leaky nose. Nearly got wiped out. And we're not even playing Wipeout. Totally different game. Is everything either grey or white? No, there's a red car. Okay. That would have been too good to be true. Even if some of them are grey. Still funny that there's one that sticks out. clearly that was too early for celebrations. Would be real nice to get a short race now. How about no? I literally just did it. Alright, fine. At least we get some new scenery. Well, now it is only white and grey, but the problem is the grey sticks out too much because it's daytime. Special say route, I actually had to look twice whether it was grey. But nice division still. Almost looks like a spec series. Except the leader is a wagon. He pushed me off. Oh. Nice. That didn't take long, only 30 minutes into the playthrough. And we've already got car merging going on. I managed to avoid everything and everyone. Acceptable for the wall, but Good thing there's no damage. Literally the only damage we have in Gran Turismo simulation mode is the car getting dirty. And hey Crash, how's it going? That's good to hear. Wait, do we have 3 22Bs? That's rather unusual. We do. Because otherwise it wouldn't be the Sonic Blue. In any of the, I don't think it's in any of the other cars, other Imprezas. Because even the top line model only has white, grey, black and yellow or something. It's like a 22B thing, the Sonic Blue. Well, except until the newer Imprezas, but those are obviously not in the game, so... (22B) basically introduced it. And the blue you have for the Legacy is obviously the dark blue. Dear Polyphony and Kazunori, can we please have this track in GT7? Thank you. And with as little ruining as possible. Try to keep it as close to the original as possible. And they could even introduce like an oval course, taking advantage of this, and then the last corner oval and have like a tree oval or whatever. Like if you go through here, like straight through here, then I don't know how this part would play out, because obviously then it would meet with this oval unless it goes underneath it. Like it goes downhill and there's like a tunnel and it goes underneath this oval and then it meets up in the last corner. That would be cool. But it wouldn't be that much of a tri-oval then, would it? It would be more like a super speedway, except much thinner. But it's an option. They could do some cool stuff with this track, while still retaining this original course. And then, yeah, there would be like 2 tunnels alongside each other. The one we just exited, and then the one that they would add for an oval course, oval variation. No. Oh, good old Deep Forest. How I miss you. All the cars are different colors. Is the lead car also white? No, it's not. It's like a light gray. Seems to be darker than that is. So yeah. Mixed grid. Also like that there's like no curbs in sight except for the first turn and last. Otherwise there's no curbs anywhere. So you count this, but it's like part of the road. Some cobblestone thing. This seems like an old school F1 track or something. Just much shorter than like Charade. I say we grind all the way to day 30 something so we can get the cappuccino. So I know that's the day, some 30 day. So we get the rest of the K cars too, so we don't have to worry about them. So we're on like day 8 or 9 now. $13 actually. Time flies. Didn't realize it's already been that many races. Well, there you go. We'll grind until then and then we get a few cars. Are we gonna see the meme? There's a very good chance. There we go. One Impreza did it. How are they gonna do it on lap 2, I wonder? We might as well find out, and I will just pause the timer because we're not playing. Just out of curiosity, see if they do it, but you can see it on the map too. Oh, the shoulder buttons are so soft, like I just had my finger on it and it was enough to shift up. They probably won't go ahead and add this track because it's already very similar to the Tiger Nord one. It would be cool to see another one of these Alpine roads. Poland did it? Alright. So the Impreza is actually smart. Depending on the car, it's like nearly the whole field will start grinding the wall there. Instead of Grindelwald, it's grind the wall. Good. Oh. Get an orgasm whenever a turn goes your way. Yeah, no, the AI were pretty smart. Not the usual Grindelwald foolery. Damn Poland. I think it's the reason why I'm coughing so much. Throat feels so dry. Like, I don't feel sick or anything, it's just the pollen making me sneeze and have a leaky nose and now coughing as well. Unless it's... because usually when you start coughing, it's like when you're recovering from a sickness. Sometimes you cough during the bedridden period, but that's usually the most violent coughs. But when you're recovering, you just have like these small coughs, almost like aggressive throat clearing. I never remember the last time when I've been sick, because I have such a good immune system or something. I rarely get sick. So the previous time could easily be like 2 or 3 years ago, so... I don't know, I just have those very resilient genes. And ironically, I also went through pneumonia quite a few years back. So when I do get sick, it's like serious or something. Had to be hooked up to IV and everything, so it wasn't just a home recovery anymore. Oh, nice, I got a boost off of them. There's this weird thing where, like, when your hitbox hits the front left or right of a car behind, then you get this weird boost. Like, you basically clip into their hitbox and then you, like, get spit out. So... it's the same when merging, except you're barely merging into the car. Just not visually. I think that's what's going on. Barely like mingle with the other car's hitbox and then... too early. The turn was ruined. And the AI nearly took advantage. But if we ever run across some like replay shenanigans, then we just pull the replay up and pause the timer. Because I'll have to adjust the sound volume of the VODs anyway. I don't mind like doing small edits like that, otherwise it's basically just gonna be the full VODs to YouTube, just with the higher sound volume. Back in the day I really didn't care, so I just merely made the highlight and then uploaded straight to YouTube. Then the clips were always pretty silent, so today I'm gonna put in a little bit more effort so I don't have to keep adjusting the sound volume. It's just annoying because you have to re-render the whole VOD just for a higher sound volume, but it is what it is. Ooh. Goated track. And very underutilized and under the radar, because I don't think many people even remember this exists. Because it's merely used in one single license test. And then it doesn't appear as a fixed track in the game, so it's kind of weird how it's reduced to like a generated track instead. So underutilized. It's kind of like complex string, but obviously complex string is a test track. And you definitely wouldn't want to race some slow cars there, unless it's an endurance, but yeah. This is a proper track, so maybe they were intending to put it in, but then time constraints. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm a bit tired, but since I woke up early in the morning. Yeah, fair enough. This won't be too long of a stream because I have to wake up early. Because I leave again, this time for only Monday through Wednesday, because Thursday is a vacation day. So I have to get up at like 7, so I'd prefer to go to bed at like 10 PM, so I can get some 9 hours. I need a lot of sleep. I can get by with 8 or 7, but if I had a choice in the matter, which I do now, I'd rather go for 9. Forgot that that turn was so quick. Thought I would have gone straight to the wall. Man, this track is so good. It's even better in the other direction, obviously, but I haven't had a dream once because there's actually like a model part in the track where there's like a closed off route. Like that could be like an alternative one. So if you look at the map, we're on this hairpin now. That's also like a closed off route, I'm guessing. Yeah, you can see like bits of road there. And it's on that like peak just below the northern part of the track. And it could easily connect to the part we're coming up to. So I'm pretty sure I like had a dream once where I was like, huh. This layout was like in development, but then it was dummied or like scrapped. So yeah. See the peak there? Just what we're approaching, and then there's like this closed off road right there on the left, so it could easily connect there and make like a alternative layout. I don't even know if this is based on real streets, probably not, but the Rome circuit is, so this could easily be made up. It's kind of surprising how many tracks are actually based on real streets, like even Seattle and whatnot. So yeah, obviously we won't make a lot of progress in 3 hours, but I didn't know what else to do, and I wanted to stream while I had the time before I had to leave. And I didn't know what else to do really, so I was like, okay, let's begin this now and get at least a part 1 to YouTube for people to watch. So I'll just render it out and have the PC shut down automatically. Oh, what a treat, we get Rome Night again. No, I'm not speedrunning. We are doing the all dealership races without licenses challenge again. Last time and the only time I did it was in 2021. And because I'm so bored, I wanna go for it again, and this time with a timer so we can see the actual time spent in game. And you know, each time we continue we can see the time we spent so far. And now that we're going in this direction, you can see the closed off road better now. On the right there. You could easily connect to the hairpin. So this is not a hard challenge, but it's just, you know, a fight of attrition, because it takes so long because you don't have licenses, and that means you don't have access to better paying races. So we just do these 10 grand paying ones, which are the highest by default for dealership races. And there's a few of them. There's like this, then NSX, RX-7, and a couple of racing style ones. But a couple of these even street going ones, like the GTR meeting. So we just have to keep doing those to get money, but obviously we'll occasionally take care of races, which is 2 once. Part 2 will be the day will be whenever. Whenever I'm bored and just need to kill time, I guess. And whenever I have the patience to do this for hours straight. So, you know, we get as much progress in as possible in one sitting. Three hours minimum, I'd say. Like this stream. And of course, because we're doing all dealership races without licenses, we'll have to skip the TVR dealership, as in the Tuscan Speed 6, because you have to win that. But apart from that, everything. Because it's the only car you have to win from the fixed races. Hey, Artem, was it? Thanks for the good luck, but this is not a speedrun per se. It's a selfie post challenge, which is what I did in 2021. For the first and only time, because back in the day I was like, it's a one and done challenge. But then I decided I want to do it again. Because why not? Because I'm bored. Because I have no life. So we'll grab another car in a couple of races time, or even after this race. Then go buy some K cars, because on day 31 or something you get the cappuccino. And then see if there's like a beat or an AZ1 available as well. But I don't think they're available on the same days, because I did them separately into dealership or Sense speedrun. But we'll get the cappuccino out of the way at least, because it's the most rare of the K cars. You see beats quite regularly, and AZ1 as well. The cappuccino is rarely there, as I recall. I'm not used to this analog whatsoever. I have to tilt so much just to do a small adjustment on the straight. And it might even be different for both sides, like I have to tilt more towards the right or left compared to the other direction to even turn, so the dead zone is quite high. Which is why I haven't been using this controller. I've been using the busted PS2 controller, which has, ironically, despite being busted and like worn out, it has my kind of sensitivity, the one I prefer. Which is why I stuck to it. But I figured let's try this controller for once. I bought it brand new, so it hasn't been used a lot. I've had it for years and years, but I just haven't wanted to wear it, so minimum use. It stays nice and fresh. That's a controller released for the PS1, the slim model. It's like a clear emerald green. It's kinda cool. Emerald blue one is what I used for a while until it broke. Like the buttons started going haywire and I never bothered to fix that. I haven't fixed controllers before, so I don't know what I should do with it. Maybe I'll have to do some soldering, because there's some kind of problem with it. That's what I was using until. And hello, you Humanus Universalis. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I'll buy another car after this race. But I won't buy an NSX because it's too expensive. But to be fair, by the time we hit day 31 we'll have plenty. For the cappuccino at least, so I could buy the NSX out of the way as well. And I won't use all of it. So yeah, let's just grab the goated car. And get it in chrome free white. But yeah, I should adjust the game volume as well, shouldn't I? Even if one click only. I do want the music to be on top, but it's a little much. Depends on the car, obviously, what you drive, but I'll do one click. It's funny how in the reverse you have the trees there on top of the tunnel, but when you do reverse it's no longer there. So either it's an oversight or resource saving for that direction. But some of the tracks that appear in these generate events are actually the 2-player ones, which explains why the Autumn Ring has no or barely any sponsorship around. This game is a mess. And a long time ago when I played in the event synthesizer, you can actually be stacked up against a deleted car or a dummied car that only the AI use, which is a Polo. And it appears as an unnamed car with literally no name. So that's one of the things I can run into. Okay, I still made it. Maybe even without the reverse. Right, so let's go by the NSX, but before that I'm gonna go adjust the volume by 1. I don't know how much it decreases, but could do that. Okay, so NSX. Preferably in chrome free white. Oh. There's the last option as well, and it's only 60k. I would have thought it's like 80k used, but no. It's quite affordable. And first, Apricot Hill. So far. Oh, those turquoise looking ones. Don't know what that's called. Could be like ocean blue or something, but I doubt it. Maybe like azure blue or something. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, isn't it? So you just have to rely on the GT500s. But at least you have plenty of options. You have the Mugen, or the Castrol, sorry, and then you have Model 1, Ray Brig. I don't know if there's any others than those three in this game. Those are the ones I remember anyway. But then in GT3 you have Arta, you have different looking Castrol. Maybe something else as well. Yeah, that's what I said, a Castrol. But it looks different in this game. Then they have the updated livery, which is in GT3 and now in GT7. Yeah, it's okay. I said initially Mugen, but then I was like, oh, never mind, Castrol. It's not a Mugen livery per se. I think those might be the only three, because I don't remember anything else. From this game, that is. Yeah, sure thing. If I remember correctly, this blue is actually called like Monte Carlo blue. There are a few blue ones. That's a darker blue. I guess that's the Monte Carlo. A purple one. NSX has a lot of colors available. It's kind of like the LFA of GT2, because GT7, the LFA has a ton of colors. For example, don't know what else. Offer a lot of different colors. But it's cool, I mean, lets the consumer choose exactly what he wants. Oh my god, the plate in the back is dirty. My brand new controller is not so brand new anymore. I mean, once it's out of the box, it's obviously not, but Jesus. It's like this dirt buildup on the embroidering in the rear. Nasty. The adjustment didn't do a lot on the sound volume, I mean. Because there's so many bars, I'll have to add another click. I don't know. Depends on the car you drive as well. Or the music. If you have Fatboy Slim, then everything is gonna drown under it. Okay, so a couple more races and then we get to acquiring the cappuccino once it appears. But it should be like day 31. I remember these things quite well, having done the dealership percent so many times. Day 23, so just over a week. Or in other words, 7 races including this, or 7 races and this. It's a lot of black and a dark grey one. So it's a very monochrome grid. Seems to be black too. Sometimes it's hard to tell because of the reflection. I'm pretty sure those are black. how you're driving there. It's okay. Trial Mountain with NSX. Again. That's a lot of blue. Only one green car. Or is that dark green? Yeah, that's dark green. Fuck. There's that one brighter green. It was amazing to see only one color on the grid. Provided it's not the only color available for the car. Excuse me. Thanks for the ad revenue in advance, guys. I appreciate every second. Damn it, our speed was 210.99. Almost. You almost had it, Joseph. Day 25. Soon we are gonna acquire a K car. Okay, let's see how we do. And we should be hitting like 270 or something. Car has some top speed. Okay. Car does have some top speed in it. It'll be a very quick race. But if this happens with like K cars or something, I'm out. Only quick cars for test course. I'm hearing 290 there. Damn. It also helps that this car is so aerodynamic. $290, we hit it. So the kind of register is exactly 290 or 290.5, so we went a little bit further than just 290 on the dot. Okay. Are we gonna get reverse for a change, or? Oh god, I'm looking at the analogs now and like the shade, if it makes any sense. Like if the analogs casted a shadow right underneath the analog stick, there's like a weird yellowing where the shade should be. This is like the PlayStation grey on the analog sticks, and it's starting to yellow out a bit. And there's precisely nothing you can do about it except like put the controller in a box. And it's been quite hidden away, but that's not enough. It needs to be protected from like humidity and stuff. Because I have the PlayStation 1 mouse, and the mouse pad is like completely yellow. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like the PlayStation grey, but it's like golden yellow now. It's kind of insane. It's like rotted out. But the same can happen to the console itself as well. The console is not grey anymore, but more yellow. Darn plastic. Why do you got a yellow? I was hoping that would have been enough, but nah. Only some racing cars, and even then depending on the speed and downforce and such. I'll be able to do that without braking. I don't think there's been a single lap where I've stayed on the track there. It's so tempting to just go flat out or even just lifting in those sweepers, but there's just not enough grip in the tires. And to be fair, I didn't have the best preparation when I went over the second turn. I tipped the car big time. It's so tempting, like every single player's done that, where they're just gunning through that section. Because you don't quite get like bumpy, fast speed turns like that on any other track. Not really. Unless it's like fucking rally. Rally and Green Forest Raceway. That's full of huge crests. Or is it Green Forest or Roadway? Either way, it's Green Forest. One of the many exclusive tracks in the game, and one of the many exclusive dirt tracks for GT2. Well, I don't know, one of many. Then there's like Smoky Mountain South. Is there anything else? Then there's obviously Pikes Peak, like the middle section. Middle sector of the whole Pikes Peak. Grand Prix White for the win. And second. I'm pretty sure that the Championship White is not even available for NSX. It's only for the... I think it's for S2000 as well. But I know it's for the front-wheel drive flagships like the Civic and Integra. I think it might be for the S2000 as well, but I don't recall it being for NSX. Or nah, it's not for S2000. It was just for the front wheelers and the Type Rs. The Championship White is like it's like the PS1 console or these analog sticks to a degree. It's like it's slightly yellowed. Like a very pale yellow. White with like a yellow hue or tint. But Grand Prix White is just pure white. Just pure F. I keep missing the timing. There's like that little sticking out part in the grass, and there's like a cue for the turn in. It's a pretty good cue, pretty good reference. And I'm sure it's intentional as well. Right, so I'm gonna go for about 1 more hour. Maybe a little bit more. I was saying that I want 9 hours of sleep, but I'm obviously not gonna fall asleep on the hour. But we'll still go for a bit before I have to go to bed. Yeah, sure thing, Crash. Go get some rest. And I'll stream again on maybe Wednesday. That's the day I come back, so we'll see, but Thursday definitely. So until then. And I should point out that I also want to sleep 9 hours because it went a little bit late. Joseph and I last night. So he had some stuff to do, and by the time we got to playing it was already well past midnight, so I slept a little bit less because obviously then otherwise I would have basically just woken up in time for the Monaco Grand Prix. Which, as expected, was boring as hell, but we knew that. Most exciting part of the weekend is Q3, and it only lasts 10 minutes, so... "10 minutes of that is basically more exciting than the whole race. Have some action in the early parts, but that's about it. Usual lap 1 stuff, and then a couple more incidents. Yeah, and one of my memory cards is also a bit yellowed out. And I use that to my advantage because I don't want to add stickers to the cards. That would ruin them, so... Since I have one card that's yellowed out, I can distinguish that from the rest. I'm saving on it. Day 29, so 2 more races and then cappuccino. Or one more race. I don't feel like doing Grand Valley. Rome Night I can do. And we have the NSX as well, so chef's kiss. Damn it, turned too early. Corner ruined. And foil. Having a bad time with turn in timing. Whoa, okay. If I countersteered even a frame later, that would have been a goner. I barely caught it. Alright, cappuccino. See if we get the beat as well, or AC1, or... because I don't think you can get both. In the speedrun I get the AC1 on a different day, just so I can get the A-Spec. Oh wait, was cappuccino day 41? Well, we'll find out right now. I remember it was a big wait until I could get it. Okay, it's here. It wasn't 41. Yeah, no. Oh, there is an AZ one. 2 of them. I'll get the blue. But yeah, I buy the AZ one in advance just so I can get the A-spec one or master speed, whichever. And here's a beat as well, of course. No other choice. Let's buy a couple more cars where we'll add it. Statue. We'll get this one, sure. What about SVX? Oh yeah, we got them. Just the one apparently. Running flag 2. And that's all the Suzuki's, right? Yeah. By the new ZZS, and that's one of the 10k races as well. Oh, it's too much. Gimme. Oh, perfect. That's 5 as well. Forgot this was the 10k as well. It's all these like flagship models that are the 10k races. These are just moves and opties, so we have to get everything new. Including this shit. Aero package, says the small text there. And move costume. Just not able to get the Siri on. Oh well, we'll come back for that. Convert Toyota, we need a Starlet. One, two, three, 4. Nice. Oh yeah, it's for the R34, the 10k one. So I could have bought that and saved some money. Because I thought it was the well, this is the GTR meeting, but I thought it was that, but yeah, no. Well, we wasted a bit of money, but that's okay. Oh, that's a Nismo right there. R32 GTR Nismo. And in the game it looks like it's a little bit like greenish gray. It's not accurate at all. It's like a weird, dirty kind of grey. But, you know, it wasn't actually a waste, because we still have to do the racing style, so have to tune one skyline anyway, so we didn't waste anything. I'm sure we could have gotten a cheaper model, but it wasn't a waste of a car itself, since we have to turn this into a racing style. See what livery we get for this specific model. Wait, was it not a Nismo? Was it just Gun Cray coincidentally? Yeah, no, it was just a regular R32. But it was the same color as the Nismo would be. Alrighty then. Okay, so there's no point in doing that. We are not getting the best money. And not enough money to buy anything now. No. Okay, back to the RX-7. Or I can do the Lancer, sure. Grand Valley. Sure. Why not? That light blue looks so weird on a Lancer. It's supposed to be some retro kind of blue. Like a pastel color, but Dark blue looks better. You know, I just thought about it. Even if I do render out the video, it's gonna be a while until it can be uploaded, because my upload speed is not the best. So definitely shouldn't sleep and lose any sleep over uploading it. Or I can shorten the session, render it out immediately. I don't know. On YouTube you can upload files in parts, like not at once. At least I think you can. Maybe we'll just wait until I come back. Because the thing is, I'm gonna go to bed after I'm done with the stream, and then when I wake up I'm pretty much heading straight for the bus, so... not a long while to upload. But I can at least render it in advance. Because the thing with the uploading is you can't have the PC automatically shut down because it's on YouTube. But the rendering you can close the PC when it's done. That's part of the problem. Oh well. I guess I'll just have to upload it when I come back. Like literally the first thing I do. Ah, I'm home. What did I have to do? Oh yeah, I gotta give my guys some content. I don't know how many people would actually watch the whole thing, but like... I don't know, maybe some people would watch these videos or have as like background noise or something. And you don't have to watch it in one go, after all. But it would have been nice to upload now when I'm not streaming or uploading anything until Wednesday, so yeah. It's unfortunate. I was just thinking about the rendering part, but it's not the same as uploading. Duh. The only reason I have to render it out is to maybe trim out some parts, like when I went to the settings, and then make the sound volume higher because on stream it's more quiet. I just tend to put more effort into my videos nowadays. Fix the audio. The only reason it's low is because my mic is really quiet. So to compensate for that by making the gain quiet. Oh well, at least I can do the rendering. I definitely won't be doing a lot of editing. I will just, whether I will look at a replay or if I have any AFK moments, then get rid of those, so it's mostly just actual uptime. Other than that, pretty much the raw VOD. Because I mean, you need to see the entire progress after all. And you want to see that timer running consistently and not suddenly jump. Oh, what happened to minutes 2 to 6? Why are you not showing them? Timer skip forward. This would be a neat little track for GT7. Obviously the track limits would be a little bit weird. And the dirt would actually behave like dirt, but I mean, they could just make them a little bit more narrow. Like the off-road parts. Otherwise it's a super technical circuit when you have to worry about the dirt and grass basically every turn. At that point you might as well not have the barriers there anymore because you don't want to be off the hard stuff. Could do like a similar thing, which is what they did with Trial Mountain in 7. Like the left-hander with the sudden drop leading into the long tunnel. There's a little bit of dirt there. Which is something that the past Trial Mountains never had. Because they turned it into more like foresty and stuff. Less rocky and more foresty. This turn right here. Didn't escape doom. Oh well. Okay, now we switch back to the RX-7. Don't really like the Lancer that much. Sounds cool, but... let's buy the Sirion out of the way so we don't forget. So now we have all the Daihatsus. I'm also gonna grab the Mirage. Then we just need the Tommy Kyra and all the different Toyotas, Mazdas. See if there's actually a Micro Super Turbo. Wow, okay. It's like nothing but Sylvias basically, and then we get to these. Sylvia K's and Q's. P's and Q's. Couple Primeros, or Sunnies. Too bad there's no race for them. And then we even have a Datsun in the mix. See if we have the EG Civic. We do. Kind of a shame it's in black, but and then we need a Diego and X5. He wants obviously cost, but what about? Can't quite get an MX-5. Darn. R7 looks so much like a BMW with that low poly model. That was a slow getaway from them. Did I just lose? Beginning screwed me a little bit. I don't know how much I could do. I have the inferior RX-7. I knew it was gonna be kinda tough to win with. Can't screw around too much. Gotta go put the Coke back in the fridge. Also, is this the first time we finally got reverse draw mounting? I don't remember us getting it so far. Could be, could be. I was waiting for it, but it was constantly the normal counterclockwise. Yeah, I think I'll go until it's 3 hours on the timer. Nice little 3-hour session. Till I have to sleep. Oh. Second merging. I should go see if we can buy some more expensive car. Like a Dodge Viper. Yeah, it was like 70k. Shortest race in a long while. I've usually gotten just medium length or just below average length. I did run into a road short once, but I turned it down because that was among the first few races and I was running the RX-7. That's not the best choice. But apart from that, we haven't gotten any really short tracks like Rome short. This and the Seattle short. And what else could you possibly have? Tahiti Rose is a sorta short track. There's those two. Autumn Rain Mini obviously doesn't appear ever. So what else is there for short? High speed ring and test cars if the car is fast. That's about it, right? These two mini tracks and then fast tracks. And then this Grand Valley section is also kind of short. It's been throwing us a lot of long tracks. Like Grand Valley and Rome Night. And I think I lost this one. Let's see. Hardest part of this race is that turn, the second turn where the AI just died on. screwed me big time on lap 1. I might just walk away with this. Oh. Nah. If only I got a better run, but it was blocking the way, so... Not much I could do there. Also had a miss shift, so that cost a little bit of time. It was tight though. That's why I turned down Jorm short. Like, this is basically the best choice you could have for the Impreza race. And in the RX-7 I had the not so good RX-7. And yeah, I forgot about Super Speedway, so we're getting it now. The shortest race. Best possible RNG. So we get an insta redemption for that previous race. So yeah, the ovals, Roman, Seattle shorts, generally east, and that's about it. Because Automain Mini does not appear. Okay, we're nearing the end of this stream. And this happened on Sunday, of course. Just for the video. And unfortunately I have to upload it on Wednesday. Because I'll pretty much go straight to bed. I'll just quickly edit the video and render it and have the PC automatically shut down when it's done. But because of my upload speed I can't upload it right away. Oh yeah, Clubman Stage 5. That's another short one. Those should be all the possible short tracks. So yeah, I'll just have to upload the video when I come back. Otherwise I'd have to wake up plenty early. And I'm not gonna sleep any lose any sleep over it, so... Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was just, oh well, I can render it and have the PC shut down, no biggie, but... It is still very much a local file, aside from the stream VOD, if people are wise enough to see that, but obviously I'm pretty sure even a large number of my YouTube subscribers have no idea that I have a Twitch, and some are generally surprised when they hear that. But the VOD is on Twitch anyway, so if people happen to find that, then good. Okay, payback. It's in reverse as well. Reverse is actually so much better. Because you don't have to dive bomb corner. As a racing factor. Probably still dive bomb to it this direction, but by that time you're already so high up that it doesn't matter. I'll take it better than clockwise though. Yeah, you don't know if it's a reverse until you get to the race, so it'd be nice if it said if it's reverse or not, so you could just make your decision based on the direction. They don't slam into the wall, but they take quite a wide and slow line. But still much better than clockwise. Alright, one more race. Then that'll do. 3-hour session. It's decent and it's all I had time for. Didn't know what else to do, so I was like, screw it. We're starting this now, even if it's not getting to YouTube right away. There's Rock Valley as well. And it's the normal direction. Okay, that's part 1 done. So we bought like 80-90% of the E-City cars and then Viper GTS just now. But obviously that's just a start because most of the E-City cars are cheap to buy, so this is only the beginning. Oh, not load. Muscle memory. Okay. So we'll say like 302.50 because initially I didn't even stop the timer in time when I did that the first time. It's not really. Doesn't have to be that precise, but yeah. That's it for part 1. And we'll continue whenever, and this video will obviously come out on Wednesday. So that's the first opportunity I'll get. See you guys later, and thanks for watching.